next we move on to our other presentation. In fact, we have our technology partner presenting this insightful presentation next. It is HCL Technologies, a company that needs no introduction. So they are going to present a presentation on the topic HCL Tech capabilities in digital engineering for rail industry. And I would like to welcome their speakers on dais. Mr. Aslam Shahzad Khan, the Operations Director, Rail HCL Technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, please round of applause for him. So can we have you on stage? Mr. Nand Kishore Ramakrishna Kulkarni, the General Manager for Rail Delivery Unit Head. Satheesh Palakkeel, the Deputy General Manager, and Ravi Ganesh Jagdishan. So you have 15 minutes, and in this presentation, they are going to tell us about what are the digital offerings and innovations they are doing in the field of rail industry. So over to Mr. Aslam and Nankishore sir and team.
So let me introduce to you HCL Technology. Technology company, one of the few companies which was started as a garage startup when in 1976 when our founders, when Apple was making the the Apple III computer, we were designing the computers in India, and from that garage startup, 47 years journey, we are today a global technology company. And you can see our credentials. We are today 220,000 employees. We heard a lot of global, think global, act global, or think local, act global. So we are truly a local company where we are present in 54 countries, and we have 167 nationalities on our roll across the globe. And as you can see, our annual turnover revenue is $12.1 billion company. And yes, of course, some of our kudos and credentials on the left side, I don't have to read, you can read for yourself. For sure, we are very interested in the transportation sector, and that is where we were in. When we had this opportunity, we said, let's come and present what capabilities we carry. So we go to the market with basically four main pillars: digital, engineering, cloud, and software platforms. And our interest today's topic was on how I can bring digital and engineering service to the transportation sector, and specifically to rail, to metro, and maybe to waterways. I learned about it the first time. I'm not very familiar with Kerala or Kochi, so it was interesting to know about water metro, and we would definitely like to work with you as well. The next slide, please. So this is just the continued kudos on the market, our 47 years of recognition as business leaders and as digital leaders and cloud leaders. These are some of the market recognition. I just want to flash here to tell you that we are well recognized in the marketplace for our innovative thinking. Next slide, please. All right, so all of us, we have 4 or 5 divisions in the company. We come from engineering R&D services. And instead of me telling you on a slide what we do, I thought it was better that I present a short video to just tell you what spectrum of engineering services we do end-to-end across different industries, whether it is transportation, whether it is medical, industrial, and across. Can you just click the next? Yeah. The audio should come, but I'm not sure why the audio is not coming. All right. So in the engineering R&D services, we have 45,000 engineers. We call them ideapreneurs because they create the ideas while working with the customers. And we have more than 2,000 plus patents filed on behalf of our customers. So that is the kind of innovation we bring when we work. We have more than 100 engineering labs across the globe, including some major ones in India as well, where a lot of investment, it's our own investment which we have done, because we believe setting up the lab will help us go to the market quickly for us and for our customers. And there are many in-house solution accelerators, we call them. When we are working with the customers, we design our own solutions. And center of excellence is the approach that we take to the market. There are specific center of excellence. One of them will be on digital engineering, which my colleague Satheesh will be talking about what we have done there. Thank you. We have the audio. Okay. Our presence coming to the transportation sector, we are present in all transportation sectors from aerospace and defense, and also the on-road, which is the automobile, the heavy commercial trucks. We also work on the off-road, which is the mining and the heavy earth machines, equipments, design, development, all the end-to-end product engineering we do. And of course the rail, which is what is our thrust area, we have started as a new initiative. So across rail, we are present in all rolling stock signaling as well as operators, and it is across the engineering service, whether it is Industry 4.0 or whether it is IT application infrastructure, we are present end to end. Some of our credentials on the engineering side, we are the India's #1 engineering company by our size and scale, and globally we are #3. We have more than 40 years of experience. Like, we are the only Indian company which started as a garage startup. We started as an engineering company and went to IT. All our competitors in India are IT companies who then started doing engineering. So we like to say that engineering and engineering product development is in our DNA. Our engagements in the industry with the top companies that are there, 8 of the top 10 A&D companies globally, 8 of the top 10 automotives, and rail. Yes, we are just beginning. It's about 3 years we ventured into rail, and that is why we are here today to see how best we can work in the rail sector. Scale, yes, and the infrastructure. All of this cannot be done without having infrastructure globally present for delivery centers, whether you say labs, center of excellence, or even ITAR centers, 7 ITAR centers in the US, where US export control work happens out of this. Even we cannot enter. It is only US citizens who can work out of those laboratories. Can you go to the next slide? All right, so coming specific to the digital engineering and the case studies that I have, I will just present 3 of them to tell you the kind of work we are doing here. We talked a lot about the mobility as a service. I saw some of the thinking in the room. It was fantastic to hear that. And we also have thought leadership for mobility as a service. We are engaged with some of our clients internationally, and it will be a pleasure to work with the metros in India as well. Can I have the next slide, please? So when I come to digital engineering, you will see that I'm spanning the entire portfolio, whether it is cloud engineering, whether it is digital platform, commerce, whether it is digital manufacturing, Industry 4.0, silicon platform, digital engineering, and AI, which is the thing, and of course 5G services and solution. And all of this has to be done keeping cybersecurity in mind. And that is what I will present, just 3 case studies of what work we are doing. Can you go to the next slide? So here is our thought leadership on mobility as a service. We start, there are enough experts in the room. I don't have to explain how we went about doing this. To begin with, we identify the personas who are going to use this, the different kind of personas, their journey in a day's journey of what mobility they will use, starting from their home, whether it is a young student going to college, or whether it is a school student going along with his parents, or whether it is a disabled person. That entire persona journey is tracked and created to determine what kind of platform I need to build for a city or for a multimodal transportation that has to happen. And this is what is the kind of innovation that we are bringing to the industry here. So across the entire thing, whether it is as a cycle, the remaining last mile connectivity to the metro, I heard you, sir. Yes, that is what we are saying. Less than 2 minutes from here to the next platform should be the game, and we should be able to do it. It will require a lot of working along with the associated government bodies controlling different aspects of the mobility, but that is the kind of solution, the single platform, seamless transportation and integration across all of these different actors who are there and the parts of the journey that happens. We can do it. We have the technology, we have the know-how and the expertise to do that. One example on the Qatar rail, I just want to present what we have done. Can you go to the next slide, please? So here is what we had done as a build-up to the Arab World in 2021 and the Football Cup that was happened last year. We connected with them and they wanted to build this seamless integrated mobile complete application on the platform, where in a single mobile system you can see all aspects of your mobility for using the Qatar metro rail is coordinated and captured very, very effortlessly. And these apps are live on the Android as well as on the app on the iOS. And you can plan your entire journey, and as you rightly said, sir, you don't have to open your wallet. It can be completely done, digital payments can be done, accounted for. When the digital payment comes, the part of the payment which has to go as the government as a tax, the back end, even those aspects of where some part of banking is involved, services, we bring in all of those. Because the tax has to be allocated, some part has to go to the local body, some to the central government. All of that back end solution has been put here, while I'm just presenting the UI part of the front end app to you. Can I have the next slide? So this is one of the first digital services which I wanted to present. Next is the digital maintenance for rail. I would call upon my colleague Satheesh to present what we had done here. Over to you, Satheesh.
Thank you, Aslam. I'm Satheesh, part of HCL's Digital Engineering Transportation Division. And this is one of the solutions we have developed for rail customers from rail operators, basically from Europe. I'll give you a scenario what was happening before implementing the solution and what are the benefit we got out of the solution. What happens is this metro trains come at midnight, 12 o'clock after the day service, and it has to get out at 5 o'clock in the morning. And in this 5 hours window, they have regular checkups as well as one-time activities, corrective and preventive activities to be done. And this is a very time critical activity, and what happens is this maintenance will have sometimes a lot of aprons, gloves, greasy hand. They have to refer to different manuals, and it's extremely tedious job to do because they have to remember the steps involved. They have to recall the tools required. They have to remember the spare parts required to do the maintenance activities. What we did is we created a solution which is interactive in nature, wherein which the maintainers can talk to the solution and get to whatever steps are involved, whatever the torque is required, whatever spare part is required, whatever the tools are required. He can interact with the solution and do the maintenance activities. So it's basically a headset he will have, and it will interact with the tab. He can ask what is the next step involved after removal of the screw, what needs to be done, what spare part, do I have a spare part in the store? To that extent we have integrated, and we were able to reduce the lead time by 30%, and using which they were kind of blown out of the solution, and they are implementing it in around 250 depots of theirs currently. So we are in the process of implementing it in a large scale. As of now, we have implemented it 25 depots and successfully running.
Thank you, Satheesh. So this was 2 points, if I can add, Satheesh. This was a speech to text and text to speech backend natural language AI device platform that was running, which enabled this kind of a solution. Thank you, Satheesh, for that. Can I go to the next slide, please? So here is one more case which we did for the North American train operator, which is the predictive maintenance. How do I ensure that the data comes to me much ahead of live, collecting the data, analyzing it? All of this entire solution was implemented by our team, and the customer challenge was basically, as we know, the client trains are in transit, right? They are running for more than 48 hours constantly, and you can see that manual inspection is the only way they were doing to detect their anomalies. And the client was looking for an automated system which can monitor and take the data out, and we can do the analytics on the top of it and throw the alerts that are required to be done much in advance before the system fails. So that is the kind of solution we implemented, which is an image-based analytic solution called as a machine vision system. And we implemented this. It was robust. It was handling as much as 1.5 million images daily. Now you can imagine the kind of platform and the infrastructure and the engineering that has gone behind it. So quickly, what is the value that we deliver to the customer? It is near real-time alert, increased visualization of unseen risk. They were able to see some of the risks which they never had access to, or because time was short, or because manually it was not possible. And we were able to process those kind of large number of images coming in, and we managed to reduce the breakdown time, the maintenance time, and the savings to the customer. So that is the kind of solution we have done, one of the digital engineering. Next slide, please. Okay, so when I was hearing the water metro of the Kochi, one question always came to me: how are you sure your cyber security protected? is your entire system connected? I'm sure you must have installed some system, but this is one of our very, very strong capabilities that we present. Globally, we are working across the globe for cybersecurity. For IT cybersecurity is one aspect, but for operational cybersecurity. Let us say you are installing a Chennai Metro new phase you are installing. Some 28 or 38 kilometers you are putting a new signaling system which is completely digital and covered. How do I secure that? That is the complete solution we are presenting, and we have presented to our customers, so that entire solution is built from grounds up. As you are putting the signaling system, I'm able to give you the cybersecurity solution along with it, check it out, install, commission, and run the cybersecurity operation 24/7, because it's a constant access. You need to protect your signaling system so that nobody is able to intrude and take over a train or cause some accident. So the kind of strength we bring is what I wanted to put here. Our solution domain ranges all the way, whether you are doing infrastructure, cloud security, whether it is data, data privacy, security of things, app security, identity and access management, and also governance, risk and compliance. And at the heart of it is resilience operation of your operational network. Our credentials, of course, more than 24 years of mature practice, 450 customers, 4,500 plus engineers working in this, all certified in different cybersecurity standards. We have set up 6 cybersecurity fusion centers across the globe. The 7th one is just coming up in Australia. We have around 40 collaborative partners, because the firewalls, all of those partnerships with Fortis, you name a firewall, we have a partnership which we can bring and give value to you. And some of our frameworks which we have developed and which we are taking to our customers, I have presented. One of them is relevant to the rail sector, which is the 360 secure OT operational network. And that is the one which we are talking to many new metros coming up and trying to see if we can implement along with them. Next slide, please. The last slide, this is the last slide. I have just one more product I want to show you what kind of thinking we bring in end to end. This product has been developed by us. Now, what is UNO? We have named it UNO. It's a portable IFE wireless media server. So for some of your rail connections where in remote geographical locations where the train is running for 4 hours, it can provide Wi-Fi through Wi-Fi connectivity content. The content is loaded here, IFE content is loaded here. 75 passengers in one bogie can access with the help of one of these installations. And it's battery operated. If you want to power it through the train power, that option also exists. You want to upscale the 1 terabyte of content that you want to put 2 terabyte or 3 terabyte to have a longer duration, all of that this product can do. And you are giving, as an operator, you are giving that additional feature to your passengers to access content and see whether it is news you want, whether it is television serials or films, etc. All of this completely designed by us, certified for operation, and it does not interfere with any of your systems on board the train. So we have done all of that testing, and this is one more product which we are bringing to the market for rail customers. So this is all I have. Any questions are there quickly we can take? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.